kids, to physics with me, Professor Elias. Today we will be exploring Sir Isaac Newton's three basic laws of physics. Newton was considered to be one of the first great scientists in the history of the world. Let's begin, shall we? Here we have a marble to help out with our little demonstration. The first law states that an object at rest stays at rest unless acted on by an unbalanced force, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted on by an unbalanced force. Here we have the marble at rest, and it will remain that way. However, when I move it with my finger, there is an unbalanced force, and the marble moves, and continues to move. That is until I place my hand here and stop it with another unbalanced force. In other words, something will keep doing what it's doing unless you give it a reason not to. The second law tells us that force equals mass times acceleration, or simply F equals mxa, or even Fma for short. This means that the more massive an object is, the greater force it needs to change what it's doing. This is known as inertia. So when I move these marbles with equal force, we can see that the larger one goes slower than the smaller one does. This is because the smaller one has less inertia, which means it takes less force to move it as fast as the larger one. In simpler terms, the more massive something is, the more force you have to give it to change what it's doing. Finally, we are going to observe Newton's third law. The third law shows that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So when I send this marble in the direction of the other, and they collide, they both move in the same speed in opposite directions. In the vernacular, for every force, there is something pushing back just as hard, but in the reverse direction. This has been physics with Professor Elias. Today we have learned that objects in motion stay in motion unless acted on by an unbalanced force, as with objects at rest do. We also learned that force equals mass times acceleration. And last, but certainly not the least, all actions have equal and opposite reaction. Before I go, I need you to remember, kids, when the big one goes off, duck and cover.